Greetings, friends and future friends. Today I want to show you a video of my GVM lights, my 1000Ds. First, they come in a really great carrying case. Everything packs up really nice. And they have individual pouches for the lights and the tripods. There's also a power AC unit in there too. The tripods and the lights come out very nice, very nice. First, let's look at the lights. They have a nice diffusion panel inside, really solid bracket. You can angle it up and down. And the power unit behind it, you can run batteries or AC. And the barn doors, they're plastic, but they're pretty tough. Now let's look at the controls. If you look at the left, we'll have the light shining on the staircase. So let's bring it up to 100. There we go. Now, let's change the temperature. The temperature will be changed by the knob on the right. So we're at 32, there's 4,300. And let's take it up to 56. And you can see how the lighting changed on the left. You go back down to 49. Now, if you push it once, it takes you to the U. And we're also going to push it again. And that takes you to the saturation. Now this is the color saturation. Now we're in the RGB mode. And if we go down to 0, you can see the light is almost a white light. There is no saturation. But at 100 saturation, let's go back to the U. You can see at 0, it's a Photoshop type wheel. 0 is red. And if we take it to 120, that'll be green. And if we go to 180, that'll be a bluish green. And let's take it to 240. And that should take us to 240, which is a solid blue. And let's take it back up past 300. We get up to 300, that's almost a purple. 345, 340 is a really great purple. And if we take it to 360, which is 0, we're back to the red. Now you hold that button for 3 seconds, and it takes you into different scenes. Scene 1 is kind of a lightning strike. Push it again, we're in scene 2, which is the cop car. Scene 3 is like a flickering type light. Scene 4 is another candle flickering light. Scene 5 is a power outage. Scene 6 is a disco type light. 7 is a disco light with a little bit more intensity. And 8 is the lightning strike. And hold the button for 3 seconds again, and that gets you out of the scene mode. Now, one thing I wanted to show you up close is when you go to the modes, rotates like a normal setup. Slave, master, and then app. And if you put this to app setting as it is right now, you could actually download the app onto your phone and run it. But here's the thing I really want you to look at. When you have this at master, the arrow buttons change the channel in which the master will broadcast. This is really great because if you have more than one light, you can set up groups of light, like 2 lights on channel 1, 2 lights on channel 3, or whatever, and then the master will control that group of lights that's on that channel. For me, I have 2 sets of lights, and I run them separately. Now here is an example of how they work. Now, on the right, I have it to channel 1, and also on the left light, I have it on channel 1. And we go down here and make sure the modes are correct. So we make sure that the unit on the right is in master and the unit on the left is in slave. Now this is great. Everything else you can change. So now if I want to change the brightness, I'm actually changing the brightness of both lights. You can see now I'm changing the temperature. And if you push the button and we go to U, we're now at 0, 0, red. And I can actually change the color of both lights at the same time by using only one light. And again, you could group these things into different channels. And if we hold the button down, let's change it. We can change saturation. You can even change the saturation. If you hold the button down for 3 seconds, it also brings in the scenes. And the scenes will be the same on both lights. Change that to scene. Go to scene 2, scene 7, scene 8. And if you hold the button down again for 3 seconds, it turns it off. And now you're back to a regular light setting. Now here, I wanted to show you the temperature. Both lights are set up at about 30 degrees, and that was at 3200. Here we're about 4300, and there it's about 5600 temperature. And you can see how the sculpture on the wall changed. Here I have the light on the left with a more of a purple and a blue light on the right. And you give it some nice shadows. Here's a purple on the right and a little bit of a green on the left. And here I want to show you how you can change the one light. Now the light on the right, I have it at about 4300, and the light on the left, I'm changing the RGB. It went from 0, 0 red. Now it's going to 120 green and 240 blue. And as we go from 240 to 360, it starts to change different colors. And now we're getting back to 0, 0, 360, which is 0, 0, or red. So that was my GVM 1000D lights. I hope this video gave you a little insight on how they work. Take care, my friends.